Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Beyond Babbitt, your host, Brian Anthony, reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. We are live, another live broadcast. Hello, Joe Berlin. And today is Sunday, January the 20th, 2019. 1/20/19. Yesterday was 1/19/19. Well, guys, I got a chance to check out Trump's speech yesterday. He didn't say anything, but he said a lot. It was really telling. Basically, he put the ball back in the Democrats' court before he even spoke, before he even got up to say a word. Shalom Marcus Adams, before he got up to say a word, the Democrats had already rejected his proposal. It was like no deal before he even said anything, before they knew what he was going to say. Like we've been saying for months now, pretty much a whole year. What's up, G-Dogs? All of the above? Yeah, so in other words, guys, this is to start the infighting. This is to start the civil unrest, civil war, whatever you want to call it, government against government, Democrats against Republicans. Yes. And, well, hello there, Michael Bennett. So that's a bad thing, because we already got people. Some people have been without a paycheck for a whole month. And so now what we're going to have in the next 10 days, because there is a law in the books that says if a government worker, federal employee, is furloughed for like 30 days, they can be fired. They can be let go and then have to reapply later on down in life when those positions open back up. Okay. So let's see how that's going to affect you and I. These people, these government workers, a lot of them make good money. Not all of them, but a lot of them. They used to have a saying that it's almost impossible to get fired from a government job. Not anymore. So these people have mortgages, houses that supports the economy. These people have cars they're paying for that supports the economy. So with them having cars and houses, that's providing other people opportunity to have jobs as well, to do business with these people, with the government. It's going to be a domino effect. And these people shop, buy, they have expendable income, whether it's at the mall or at the grocery store or wherever, you see? These people use credit cards. These people use the banking system. All the systems are intertwined. So as you cut off the spigots from the top, these are the top earners, people making 70,000 to, I think a lot of government jobs cut off at around 400,000. I think that's what the president makes now, but he supposedly hadn't taken a salary. But I think that's what it pays. So anywhere from 70,000 to 400,000 a year. That's the top earners in the U.S. It's top earners in the U.S. And then on the other end, you're cutting off the kids, single mothers, the lower echelon, people who need help, the people who are on houses. Yeah, definitely. It's going to get bad. Yeah, they're not coming back. They're already striking. The government workers had already protested in front of the White House saying, open it up. It's not happening. So the teachers went on strike in LA, Los Angeles, and the students. They're not federal workers. They may as well be. I got word that the post offices, some of the post offices, are going to go on strike here in the United States. I don't know if it's just here in Texas or around the country. And we're cutting off the people at the bottom. SNAP EBT. Section 8. Hello, Metal Sheep. Cold as ice. What's going on, brother? No, we all not going to die. Well, one day is once appointed unto man to die, but yeah, exactly. We got to see what we can do, G-Dog. So, so they're kicking people off the Section 8 as well. SNAP EBT gone. All the people who were middle class, making money, contracting with the government, like we talked about before, the group homes, the halfway houses, the foster homes, things like that. Hello, Sarah Evans. Yeah, I see. Yeah, exactly. My team lost. I mean, I hadn't watched games all year till the playoffs started. My team's already out, so let's talk about something that's gonna affect all of us. So as these people start to, man, it's tightening. The screws are tightening. Yeah, there will not be martial law. We'll see about that, October skies. So what's happening now is they're tightening the screws at the top, they're tightening the screws at the bottom. The people in the middle are going to be squeezed. I'm saying like it's the future. It's not the future. It's here now. Yeah, definitely cold as ice. Definitely. And yeah, there's 5G. And speaking of the 5G, guys, you know, I just noticed 2 towers here locally that just came up last week. And just yesterday, last night, as I was coming home, well, wherever I was going, it was, I don't know if I was coming or going. I had this phone in my hand, and I was riding by some area, and the phone got actually hot, and it burnt my hand. It burnt my hand. So I'm like, man, must be the 5G kicked in that area where I was driving through. This 5G is not a joke, guys. I was listening to somebody saying that where they are, the tower is low. It's not in the sky. It's low to the ground. And they said when you walk by it, he said he almost stopped breathing. He could feel it. Man, this stuff is bad, man. And there's nothing we can do about it unless we're going to go rogue. Because now I'm seeing commercials now. They're asking the public to invest in 5G. You know, the stock market is kaputs. Even though it went up, 300 points Friday, it's over with, guys. Stock market is over with. So they're asking citizens, hey, you can make money with 5G. Invest in this, invest in that. In 2025, it's going to overtake 4G and all this whole stuff. I'm like, oh, is that why the population going to drop over 200 million in the U.S., according to Deagle.com? But, yeah, guys, it's it. The grid is built. It's built. The 5G towers are the last component of the IoT, the Internet of Things, and we're all a part of that. And the mark of the beast accompanies it. It comes with it. So, CT Rock, that's a good question. When is Trump going to call martial law? Yeah, they want to kill a lot of people. FEMA camps for everybody. I think it's going to be like this. They've already turned the spigots off. People are going to beg for martial law. Because when crime starts to escalate, and just think, now they have the ability to turn off 911. If crime escalates, they can bloop. You have no way of calling. You have no way of calling in, telling them, oh, it's happening over here, it's doing this, it's doing that. People are going to beg for martial law. Going to beg for it to restore order. So it's already happening at the top and at the bottom. I got a chance to watch, they showed Purge over the weekend. What was that, Friday night, Saturday morning? I watched Purge again. I'm like, wow. And then I thought of First Purge again, which I think that's the latest one, the First Purge. Because in the movie, the First Purge, all the people were in line to get the blue contacts and the chip. Yeah, I saw that internet was cut off over there. It's civil unrest already there. It's been manipulated. But the people in the First Purge, and they were being paid $5,000 each to take the chip. And they said it was civil unrest because the stock market had crashed. This is in the movie, The First Purge. Talk about how the economy was on the brink, the stock market had crashed, and everybody was unemployed. And the only way to get some money was to go and sign up to get these blue contacts that they can see what you're doing, and the chip. The mark of the beast, in other words. They were paying you to get it. People were lined up, and you had other people protesting, no, don't take it. And other people were ignoring them like, shoot, I'm finna feed my family. That's how serious it is right now. This is not the future. This is today. We're just a few. It's already 2019, guys. By 2020, they plan to have the mark of the beast in place. Well, we got 12 months. They got to move fast. So, yeah, G-Dogs, definitely. But we all have to know, all of the believers have to know that it's written that if you take the mark of the beast, there's no forgiveness for that. You can't repent from that. That's interesting. So I've been studying some more on these missing nations, man. Like Tartaria, Khazaria, Atlantis, and Lemuria. These may have been places run by Nephilim, because they all disappeared. Some say as late as the 1800s, 19th century. And then all of a sudden China popped up, India popped up, and these weren't places on the map previously. But when these nations disappeared, some other nations appeared. But then we got a turbo car. That's something gonna run fast. Gas powered. Woo, that something gun can go. It gotta be about 20, 30 miles an hour. Remote control. Anyway, so these nations, a lot of nations appeared. See, every world war, the map changes. Different continents and countries. So we know the Ottoman Empire was around. And then after World War I, there was no more Ottoman Empire. But what about these other ones? The ones that they erased from history, the ones that they tell you, oh, it's mythological. But when you look at these old books, old encyclopedias, old maps, see, people were making maps for a reason so they can navigate. And they put places on here for them. They wouldn't try to deceive their own selves. They'd get lost trying to, you know? So from maps from like the 1400s until the early 1800s, you have these places that don't exist, and these were big places. And they deleted them out of history. Russia has recently released the archives on Tartaria. Yeah. And we don't know if these were beings, or we don't know what. We don't know. They've changed it. They just act like it didn't exist. And I was, something I was studying, they actually said the U.S., when the so-called discoverers or whatever came to the U.S., North and South America, a lot of the buildings were already here. Yeah, that's what's being discovered. A lot of the building was already here. So you know, they made it think like got here and all of a sudden they built the railroads and built all these buildings. No, a lot of the cities were already existed when they got here. Mount Shasta. Yeah, I have to look into that, Greg Robertson. But I'm gonna uncover it. I don't know if it's good or bad. But why would people see these could be? Because I saw a lot of these countries still have flags on the books, what their flag used to look like. But then they said, well, it was a mythical place. Well, why you got a flag in here? You know, why'd you got a flag for this country if this country never existed? Oh, all right. So, and I say that to say because they're saying, "Ooh, he got a big one." Oh, that's the same one. So, okay, so I say that to say, the difference in blood types as well, right? Everybody has an RH factor, and a small percent of the world, something like 1% or 5%, have negative RH. From my understanding, all of the leaders of the world, yeah, they are, Sarah Evans. All the leaders of the world are supposed to have negative RH. And everybody else is supposed to have positive RH. There's supposed to be like 8 blood types in the world. And they say that the negative RH is like foreign. Really, Greg Robinson, you're negative? Interesting. So they're saying there are foreign elements in that blood type, alien elements or something like that. So more than 85% of the world is positive RH. Maggie, wow, interesting. Maggie made 59. So yeah, they said over 85% of the population, period, is positive RH. Maybe even higher than that. It's a very small percentage of negative RH in the world, worldwide. And they like to keep track of who has negative RH for some reason. %6? Interesting. Interesting. And I found out some other things as well, which I need to do some more research into, about some of the fallen that ruled that they've tried to erase from history. But it's the reason why they're hiding. The Bible talks about giants and stuff like that. It's the reason why they're hiding that. It's the reason why the Human Genome Project is here, to where they want everybody's DNA. They want you to submit it. They want to link you to your family. They want to look at your DNA, not just your blood type, everything. Because, all right, Jimmy from Tucson. So there's a lot of things going on here, a lot of things in play. It's a lot of secrets they're keeping. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, they're getting ready to build that third temple. It's deep, man. But they've changed history so much. They've changed timelines. They changed timelines. When you look at some people, they said lived longer ago than they actually did. Some people, they said, lived more recently than they actually did. And they've mixed it up on purpose. It's the reason they're trying to keep these secrets. And we have to uncover it, because they're covering it up for a reason, because the great deception is coming. The anti is already on the scene. I feel sorry for a lot of, I was talking to some more people, some of my family and stuff, and this rapture stuff got them all. The reason why they don't understand where we are and the process of life and history and prophecy and stuff is because everything they know about quote unquote Christianity is based on the rapture. So the one thing they do know for sure, at least they think they know, is this can't be the tribulation, because they're not going to be here. The meek will inherit the earth. Exactly. Yeah, metal sheep. That's what they're working on now. The Pope is going to be over all the religions. Pope is going to be the man over all of the religions. So most of these Christians don't know that the rapture is not in the Bible. The Bible only speaks of 2 resurrections. Count them. 1, 2. The first resurrection, everybody who makes the first resurrection will not be caught up in the second resurrection. The second resurrection, if you go to the second resurrection, most of those people are going to hell. First resurrection, everybody made it. Everybody's good. If you blessed are those who get caught up in the first resurrection. Where the rapture doesn't fit that thing. The rapture is another resurrection. The scripture they use, the Thessalonian scripture, talk about the dead in Christ shall rise first. If you're dead and you rise, that's a resurrection. But they saying, oh no, he coming to get the people out first. The dead in Christ shall rise first, and then we which are alive be caught up. And then he coming back again to get everybody else. And then no. Exactly, resurrection. Well, Marcus Adams, they want to blame it on Trump. This was written, this narrative was written long ago. Long ago. This war is about to happen. The war is about to happen. Whatever goes after this, guys, and they're going to do it like soon. Whatever goes after this, they're going to tell us it's for your own good. When we get these new IDs that they've been saying they were going to implement for over a decade now, they've been kept getting pushed back. They're going to say, oh, it's to make sure, it's for you. It's for your protection. So our borders and our citizens and so on and so forth, you got to get this facial recognition and your ID. Oh, man, everything is for your own good now, right? And then when we get they hacked, what was that, 70 million or 700 million emails the other day? Oh, they probably got it in everybody's email. Everybody's information is being hacked. So then they're going to be like, well, we put this tattoo on you or this chip in you, whatever. It's going to hold all your information. You don't have to worry about being hacked. You don't have to worry about passwords. They're already saying that now. They have some stuff to be like, yeah, exactly, no worries. No worries. You don't have to worry about passwords anymore. You don't have to worry about your bank account or remembering this, remembering that. We're going to just put it all on this, whatever this is, and put it in your body, and you take it everywhere, and you're safe. If you get dementia and you get lost, we can find you. Oh, it's going to be everything is for your own good right now. They're not forcing you to take it. You're going to want to take it. All they're going to do is make it seem good, make it seem shiny. And, it's beneficial for this and for that and for this. Mm-hmm. Really? A key password. Wow. Digital license plates. What? All right, Dave M. 12758. Yeah, Greg. That's how they're gonna get us. They're gonna make us beg for it. And people are gonna brag on it. People are gonna brag on it. I got the new this and the new that. And mine is bigger and better. And mine can do this. And I don't have to worry about this. I don't even need car keys anymore. I just walk up to the car and it unlocks. I just go up to my computer and wave my hand over and everything unlocks. It's real convenient, It saves time. Oh, it's all for, yeah, they're sneaky. And it's going to make everybody else who don't have it be like, ooh, maybe I should do this. Ooh, maybe I should do that. They may have a free trial period. Because after, at one time, they may start making you pay for your own enslavement, just like you pay to get Alexa. You enslaving yourself. You go and buy that thing, and it's basically like, people used to get out of jail. They put an ankle monitor on them. That's basically what Alexa is, except more, because it tells them everything you're doing. Oh, they're in here watching the TV. It can send the conversation to this. Oh, yeah, they watching this. They listening to this. They talking about this. The next Alexa may have video and camera footage as well. Yeah. And so now they're also testing. Okay, so Amazon is testing its autonomous stuff, right? They have autonomous vans that don't need a driver. They have robot dogs that will deliver the packages. They can climb the stairs, go to the elevator, kind of like Minority Report. You remember when what was that, Tom Cruise? He was trying to hide out and spiders came in there. He had to get in the bathtub and lay down in the water because they want the little robots to come and they want to look in your eyes, do an eye scan to make sure it's you and stuff like that. We're there now. We're there now in 2019. They have that ability, that capability. Now, whether they just going to spring it on us or they're going to make you pay for it and be like, ooh, that's cool. Yeah, make us appreciate our imprisonment. That's where we are now. The stealth part of it. So for everybody who's going to bug out, now's the time. Yeah, exactly. But nobody's bugging out right now. You know why? Because everything's still going. The jobs are still opening. You can still get gas, even though in Mexico they're having gas shortages. Why? In a lot of countries in Africa, gas shortages. France, gas. Why? There's plenty of gas, plenty of oil. It's part of it, man. They tighten the screws. They're gonna set off some riots, set off the violence, set off the darkness, set off the chaos. And it's order out of chaos. That's what it is. It's order out of chaos. We're going to beg for them. We're going to need them to stop this violence. They got the tanks and the secret police and the UN already on every continent just waiting. $1.78? Wow, that's cheap. Cheaper than it is here. Well, it went up here recently. Yeah, groceries are up. So, yeah, I heard about that gas line explosion in Mexico. Something don't smell right with it. That's all I'm gonna say. Something don't smell right. Because they said they were siphoning the gas line, and then it exploded. And I think that it was under the gas line, was under supervision of some officials, but I don't know. That's what I'm hearing now. But some stuff is not right. There's a lot of stuff that's finna go wrong all of a sudden. Like the storm. I heard last night that over 100 million people are in the way of the storm. The storm that's coming. Why is this thing not looking right? Okay. Whoa, skin falling off? Wow. So this storm, 100 million people, they say it's going from the Midwest to the Northeast. 100 million people, a third of the U.S. population, is going to be freezing. Just how many people power they going to shut off? Storm may knock some people's power off. Some of it may be organic. How many others, since they got the keys and the ICANN, they can just hit the button and we're going to take part of this city down, just a piece of this city down, take this whole city down. Let's knock 911 off over here. Matter of fact, let's test the red list, blue list, green list. We're going to knock their phone system and internet out. And we're going to send in some people to extract them out of there. Man, this is it, guys. This is really it. Yeah, I was, day before yesterday, I was in short sleeves. It was that Friday. Yeah, it was like 70s. Yesterday it got cold. Today they were saying, oh, when you wake up Sunday, it's gonna be in the teens and 20s. Shoot, man, it was cold. It got down to the 30s, but right now it's in the 40s. But the sun is out, so it feels really hot. There's no wind, so this 40 feels like more like a 60. I mean, you can go outside. The sun is hot, and there's no wind, so they're saying it's 47 or whatever. No, it feels a lot hotter than that. Now, if there was a cool wind with it, it may feel cold, but no, I had a hat and a coat. I don't need it. Just a little, put a long sleeve on. But it was just some guys out here, playing with the remote control and playing tennis and all type of stuff. Yeah, it's not cold. Yeah, it's something they don't want us to see. Yeah, yep, the UVs. Maybe it's coming off the sun, or maybe it's man-made. Yeah. Wow. 34 with 20, man. That now, I'm sure that feels really cold. That probably feels really cold. There's no wind here. Shoot. When it's not wind in Texas and the sun is this bright and this hot, it's spring. I don't care what they say the temperature is. It's spring. The sun is hot. This thermometer gauge is lying. I mean, it's what doesn't feel like it's in the 40s. Like I said, it feels closer to 60. Oh, really? Shoot. Yeah, man. I'm feeling fine, looking good. Man, just I feel blessed, but I just been trying to understand what's going on. Trying to understand what's going on. I've been telling a lot of people. I mean, it's good that people are keeping their hopes up, right? Keeping their hopes up that yes, they're gonna make a deal. We're gonna reach a deal with China. We're gonna reach a deal with North Korea. The Democrats and Republicans are gonna reach a deal. We're gonna reach a deal with Russia. Yeah, that's good. It's good to be optimistic. Have a plan B. Have a plan B. You know, I know some people who just bought a house within the last week. Just bought a house. And what? Laos? Uh-oh. Yeah, the 5G towers are bad. But so there's some people saying that the US and US contractors, military defense contractors, are on high alert right now. And we've the highest alert since 9/11 or something like that. Why? They aren't telling us why. They haven't told us why. I can tell you why. It's because Iran, China, Russia, and North Korea are hanging around Venezuela. They got their ships in the West Atlantic, um, the ships in the Pacific. They're flying around, bombers in Venezuela. That's why we're on high alert. And the migrants keep coming. Who they sneaking in with them, right? So that's why they're on high alert. The stock market is fake. A bunch of different jobs. Even Elon Musk. Yes, sir, Marcus Adams. Even Elon Musk is laying off. Tesla's laying off. And all the big companies that's supposed to be making all the money, if everything is so good, why are they all closing down and laying off? Yeah, everything's an illusion, guys. All the congressmen and senators, they're going to the bunkers. The president is not going to refill his cabinet. You know, all the generals and all the other people who vacated and stuff like that. He's going to leave those spots empty. No need for him. All right, you're welcome. I didn't get to read all that, but I saw something about the zeolite. Keeps locking up. Oh, the super blood wolf moon tonight. Thank you for reminding me. That's some type of harbinger, guys. That's an omen. It's supposed to really mean something. It should only be visible from the United States, maybe North and South America, and West Africa. And it's tonight. It's supposed to be a real rare anomaly. I wish I knew what it really meant. I know it means something, but I don't really know what it really means. But I know this. This government shutdown, it's not coming back on anytime soon. And that's by design. That's by design. And going into February, before the State of the Union, from my understanding, it was, who was that? I think it was Dave Hodges. Dave Hodges put out a report that he was wondering if Trump was going to be alive for the State of the Union. He believes that, I mean, there's already been in the last 2 or 3 weeks several attempts on his life. Only one of them was reported. Only one of them was reported by the lamestream media. And so they're saying if they get Trump, then they get Pence, then Pelosi becomes the president. It's the order, the continuity of government, the order of succession. So Trump is the president, then Pence, then the Speaker of the House, which is Nancy Pelosi. And they're saying if she gets it, she's going to bring Hillary in for her vice president. And then she can step down, and then Hillary will get the presidency. I mean, sounds like magic. I don't know it's like reaching a little bit, but who knows, man? These guys are brazen. They're bold. They'll try anything. It's definitely a terrifying thought. And so the Q people, Q is still saying stuff like, there may be limited martial law. We're just doing it because we have to round up the bad guys. We got to round up the black hats and all this stuff. Yeah. So, man, martial law. When has martial law ever been good? No. If you're in the martial law, you're not free. You're not free. So, I don't know. They're trying to lock us in. They're trying to lock us in because if you think about it, the thing that was supposedly made America invincible was our oceans, right? We're surrounded by water. We have water on our East Coast, which is the Atlantic. We have water on our West Coast, which is Pacific. Then we have the Gulf down there, you know. So there's certain ways that you can get here by land and from the bottom that's coming up through Mexico. So we used to have people to defend the border. Now they took the guns away, took their, they don't have any power. So now, we're going to put a barrier. It's not even a wall anymore. It's a barrier. Okay, so they're going to put a barrier. And then I guess we're not expecting anything from the north, but that question is now being asked, what should we do about the northern border? Well, we're going to be locked in, guys. How many people you know with a boat that can get out on the ocean and get away if we needed to get away? Now, them little bitty boats ain't going to make it in the ocean. Them little bitty boats you're thinking about, you need something big, a seafaring vessel, big frigate. It's not going to make it. So, yeah, we'll be locked in. And they're going to release, man, they got robots that eat people. That's how they power up. They don't need a battery. They don't run off electricity. They run off flesh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then the sicknesses, they're going to try to get us with the sicknesses. Health is your wealth, guys. But anyway, I was just saying that if we don't hear another speech from Trump, he put it all out. He talked about the wall. He didn't say what he was going to do. He was like, this is our last attempt to make a deal. He put out a few points of his plan to make it look like this is our last chance. And the Dems had already rejected it before he did it. So, and then he's not going to budge. They're not going to budge. Guess what's going to happen? It's going down, down, down. You think we'll be back? We'll be okay? It's just that optimism. It's good to be optimistic. Have a plan B. Have a plan B. This stuff has been planned for at least 100 years. At least that. Maybe 2. So they didn't build all this infrastructure just to turn back and be like, well, we spent billions of dollars building it, maybe trillions of dollars building it, but we're not going to use it. Don't worry about it. We're going back to the way you're used to seeing things be. No. The blockchain, guys, is the final level. 5G is to communicate. AI is going to run 5G. Left brain AI is pretty stupid. Did I ever tell y'all about I talked to a AI programmer, and he told me that. Maybe I did. Maybe it was last year. Maybe it was That was over 10 months ago. Tetrad, yeah. D-Wave, yeah. Quantum computing. But that's the right brain AI. Right now it's the left brain AI. And the guy, he's an AI programmer, worked for the government. And he said it's still pretty dumb right now, the left brain AI. He said you still have to feed a bunch of data into it, and it'll give you an answer. But he said it doesn't think for itself. It's not, in other words, sentient like the right brain AI. Google Duplex. I'll have to look into that. I wonder if G-Dog had went to visit one of those places on the video. I think that might have. G-Dog, was that where you went, to Google Duplex? So the right brain AI is sentient, and it's made of it's the black goo, guys. I hate to tell you, it's alien material. It's already alive when they found it. They just found out how to program it, and it's evil, and that's what's coming. So the right brain AI reads your mind. The left brain AI, it's like the algorithms that we're using on, how they block me. There's certain code words I could fake out the left brain AI. I could change the word, change the picture, and, do some stuff and trick it. But the right brain AI, no. It's alive. It's alive. They call it artificial intelligence. What's artificial about it? When they found that it was alive. See what I mean? The black goo. But anyway, guys, don't look at this as doom and gloom. My main point is to have a plan B. I see what's coming. Trump is not moving fast. He's moving slow. That may be part of the plan. Let everything get cooking. You're cooking the frog slowly. See, everybody at the top, all the furloughed workers. Did y'all see, man? George Bush delivered 3 pizzas to some, I think they were either federal agents or either CIA who were furloughed. And he brought them 3 pizzas. I'm like, oh, wow, that's great. Thank you, Dave M. 12758. Secret Service? Okay. Yeah, I'm like, man, that's pizza. Okay, great. I'm sure that really hit the spot. I'm sure they really needed that. Yeah, in lieu of a paycheck. So anyway, this is they're cooking the frogs. We're the frogs. They're cooking us slow. Everybody is optimistic, saying that, everything's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Don't worry about it. So every day, everybody's not worried about it. They're not kicking into plan B mode. It's going to be too late in a minute. When you see people in the anthrax piece, when you see people in the streets marching, burning stuff down, then you're going to be like, oh, no, I have to come up with a plan B. No, you better come up with that today, like right now, because it's going to get there. I've been telling everybody. Some people say it's doom and gloom. Yeah, it's lies. It's not really doom and gloom. It's just reality. They have a plan. They've been telling us about their plan. They leaked it on movies, on cartoons. They leaked it in magazines. They leaked it in white papers and documents. So you just think these people just wasting their time? Having all these Bilderberg meetings, spending all these millions and billions of dollars. Oh, you think they're just playing, huh? They just joking around. Bad joke. Yeah, they're happy they get them early. Unfortunately, they better use it. They better buy it now, because the systems may not even be able to process it come next month. They're saying now that some people are going to get the boxes. You know what I mean? Like they used to give out the government cheese blocks. Yeah, they're going to give them a box of food instead of giving them something to go and buy something. Yeah, it's going to be whatever they say. If they want to give you some. Exactly, Greg Robertson. So some plan B, guys. Have your plan B together. Because if they shut this thing off, if your job shut down today, wherever you go to work, if you don't work for yourself, if you don't have your own business, what are you going to do? Because there may not be any unemployment. There may not be any. Yeah, exactly, Jimmy from Tucson. I remember that, man. I remember that. So, if your job shut down today and said, well, whatever, we just don't need you anymore, things are getting slow, what are you going to do? What's your plan B? Right? You don't have a way to make money. You don't have a way to pay your bills. What's going to happen to you? The government can't help you. Remember that it's partially shut down, shutting down more and more every day. It made good grilled cheese sandwiches, didn't it? So, yeah, exactly. Buy and border. So we need to have what people are gonna like, what they're gonna need, what they're gonna be like. Oh, I don't need that. And shoot, you got to figure that out now. And it's gonna be different by region, by area, because if you. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, Greg Robinson. Government cheese is good. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a big change from people having that card with however much what they used to put on there, 200, 1,000. I don't know, but it's gonna be a big difference. You get a box with whatever somebody else picked for you instead of you picking it for yourself. Thank you, Metal Sheet. Anyway, guys, I didn't want to make it go too long, but prepare for the chaos. We got the plan for that. It's coming. It's inevitable. They're boiling the frogs. See? And they're making it all. They got the theater. Everybody's all. They're putting it out there, So when the history books are written for the future, which discusses America and what went wrong and why it fell apart, this is a part of the narrative. We're part of history right now. They're already creating it. They had a think tank. What's up, Fatal Gamer? So they have think tanks. They think this stuff out, guys. It has to make sense. They don't want to, like the history we're getting now. See how we've been deceived? We believed all these lies. They thought it out really well because they don't want people to be able to debunk it. Yeah, so the excuse is we couldn't, it was all over a wall. This was the narrative they wrote in 1990 in the heavy metal magazine, rock and roll magazine, the little cartoon. Yeah. All right, peace, Marcus Adams. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But come up with a plan B. We may not hear that many more messages. We're just going to hear bickering back and forth. The reasons why, I can't do this unless you do that, and I'm not going to do this unless you do that. I told you the meeting that they had, that Trump, Pelosi, Schumer, and Pence had was fake anyway in that little room where they were all fighting. That was the beginning of it. They're going to say, well, this was the beginning of the breakdown. They couldn't. Now they're just playing the game. Yeah, we're going to see it tonight. We talked about it a little bit, Fatal Gamer. It means something. But anyway, guys, let me get out of here. I guess those who are watching football, we interrupt this program with a special message from Beyond Babbitt. Y'all can get back to watching the playoffs, man. Oh, man, I watched MMA last night. It was a big fight. And I watched boxing last night. They were on at the same time, so I had to go back and forth. And the boxing was more brutal than the MMA. Man, Badu Jack, a guy who was, I think at that time he had only had one loss. He got headbutted and he started bleeding. And the guy he was fighting kept hitting him in the same spot. So the cut was this big and it grew to like this big. And when he lifted his eyes up, it spread. You could almost see what he was thinking, man. You could see the white meat it spread. So I was like, oh. But in boxing, on an accidental headbutt, if you don't want to continue, they go to the scorecards, This guy fought the whole fight, man. And, oh, man, he's going to forever. He's never going to look the same. It probably started at a few centimeters and ended up 3, 4, 5, 6 inches cut, and it was to the white meat on his head. Yeah. And so anyway, Pacquiao won. Pacquiao beat Bruner. That was the main event there. And then in MMA, there's 2 fights I really keyed in on. Cowboy Cerrone, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, he beat the young guy. It was like the old dudes, a lot of the old dudes against the young dudes in MMA. Guys that are 40 plus fighting the guys that are like in their 20s. And the old guys was beating the 20-year-olds up. Yeah. Glover Teixeira won. He almost got knocked out and came back and won. Choked the guy out. And Henry Cejudo whooped TJ Dillashaw first round. I mean, went in there and pop, 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 and it was over with. I was like, whoa. Anyway, guys, let me get back to, we had a dirty rain and my car's dirty. I need to do a few more things. Get ready for tomorrow. Have a plan B. Anyway, guys, it was good talking to y'all. All right, G-Dogs, all of the above. Everybody stay up. God bless. Godspeed. Right, exactly. We might do something like that. And I'm thinking about having a live call-in show. You know, that's working so well. It used to be, I think the first internet call-in show I watched was, first YouTube call-in show was the Alpha Male Man. He started doing it, and it was interesting, them calls he was taking, and then some other guys, and then the truthers started doing it, and so it's like something that everybody does now, live shows. So I'm like, man, I may do one. You know what I'm saying? I can talk for an hour and hear from the people, hear from, you know, what y'all find, what y'all seeing around there, what y'all think, instead of just reading the chat. But appreciate y'all, man. God bless. Godspeed.